So Johannes is already with me on the stage. So hello, he's already shared his slides.
Hello. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I think whenever you're ready, you can start. And just a note to the audience, because I noticed that the first session this morning was a little bit unusual in that, unusually quiet in terms of Q&A. So please, type in your questions, and yeah, let's have a good engaging Q&A after each talk. So thanks for that. And yeah, Johannes, the stage is yours, and I wish you good luck.
Well, thank you very much for the kind introduction. My name is Johannes Bintinger, CEO of N-Inc. We are a startup from the University of Linköping here in Sweden, and we provide high-performance conductive polymers, but more on that a little bit later. The topic of this talk is actually to show you our recent updates regarding enhancing the solar cell performance using our N-type conductive inks. I'm pretty sure that the topic of solar cells needs no big introduction at this stage. We are about to enter a new era of renewable energy, as you all know, and we're at the tipping point. So everybody knows the solution: more renewables and basically no more fossil fuels. But the reality is a little bit more complex. Of course, we need better energy storage. We need better energy generation. And if you look at the installed PV capacity worldwide, it becomes clear that we basically have to increase this existing capacity by even tenfold to reach about 3 terawatt per year. And what many people don't realize is that we simply don't have enough silver to supply the silicon PV technology with all the contacts that we would need. And then, of course, also battery storage applications become more and more important. And that combined with upcoming legislation that basically prevents, prohibits, or limits some of these materials that we are using. And so there are some nice quotations on the left from Molina, who was the Nobel laureate in chemistry, basically saying, we have no time to lose. And another very beautiful quotation that should just remind everybody about the abundancy of solar cell or solar power that we have on the world. Switching gears a little bit and explaining where we come from and what kind of solutions we provide. If you think about conventional PV, in slide gray, I have outlined the chemical structure of P.PSS. I guess that many of you are familiar with this material, and it's an amazing material. It's a P-type conductive material, but there are some downsides, of course, to it as well. First and foremost, the low heat resistance is an issue. It's a P-type material, so it can't be used for all sorts of applications. And this is something that I'm going to address in just a second. And from a scalability point, it's also requiring a multi-step synthesis. So when we at N-Inc see this emerging puzzle that we need to solve in terms of renewable energy that requires better solar cells, but also better batteries, we think that we have the fitting puzzle piece. And of course, when we chemists think about puzzles and sort of rearranging puzzle pieces, what we end up with is actually new materials. And with new materials also come new properties. So the topic of today is actually to showcase some of these N-type conductive polymers that we are working with. And if you're not familiar with N-type conductive materials, it's not too surprising, because until very recently, the performance was drastically worse than their P-type counterparts. But we at N-Inc have developed a couple of different products that are either on par in terms of conductivity with P.PSS, or even surpass them in terms of heat resistance or single-step processing capabilities. And on top of that, we have no fluor in our compounds. So that's especially important for battery applications. More on that later. And we have also solved one of the most pressing issues of N-type conductive polymers, which was the ease of printing, and more specifically, aggregation issues that some of these materials and inks exhibited. And to tip it all off, we also only apply green